I've been getting this question a lot, and it's how do I get motion blur like this in camera without post-processing, so I'm going to teach you that today. It's actually pretty simple. And to start out, I usually change my shutter speed to be around 1/20th of a second, and then I'll crank up my aperture to be around f11 or even higher. This will ensure that the photo is still sharp and balanced at this exposure. And when you're adjusting your ISO, I try to keep it as low as possible. Anywhere around 100 to 200 feels right, but you can always use an ND filter if you need to. Once you have your settings dialed in, there's a few ways that you can experiment with this look. One way that I like is you can actually drag your camera. So while you're shooting, drag your camera going left to right or right to left or even diagonal depending on the look that you're going for. A second way that you can do this is you can actually stand perfectly still and have your subject come in front of the frame. When you're taking the photo, they'll be in motion, but the background behind them is usually in focus because you're using a high f-stop. Or you can implement both. And this will get you that nice, dreamy, motiony streak that you're looking for and give you a lot of motion in the photo. Now there's one last tip, and I'd recommend that it's probably one of the most crucial. That's changing your drive mode on your camera to be high speed. This way that you're taking a bunch of photos at once, and one or two will usually hit, landing it perfect. Now you're gonna have to go through a bunch of images, but eventually you will hit one that'll be the right balance of blur and motion. And there you have it. No Photoshop, no overlays. The photos that you want are done in camera. This saves a lot on the post process, and I think you can have a lot of fun with it. Now the settings that I've told you, those are just what I typically go off of, but they're subject to change depending on the photo that you want and the desired look you're going for. So don't be afraid to mix it up, try different things, and have fun with it.